Hey guys, and welcome back to Trials and Tribulations. In the last part, we are doing Tiger's testimony. So yeah, let's do it. Ties to the victim. Yeah, I loaned El cash, about $100,000. That day we was due to have a little chat. The kid had hit his payback date, see? So anyway, he tells me he's got no way to pay up. I'm about to flatten the guy when he starts screaming. Yes, I won $500,000. He got lucky, you know, real lucky. If that waitress hadn't done what she done, everything would have been over. Now, I see that the principal amount you loaned to Mr. Elg was $50,000. Yeah, well, you's got the VIG to take into account. VIG interest builds up fast, you know. That's faster than fast. $100,000 is twice his principal. And the repayment deadline was December 3rd, the day of the incident in question. So wait. Okay, I guess I've never borrowed money from anybody, but so how does interest build up if you... How does the interest build up before the repayment date? I don't know. Somebody comment and explain how that works. Because I've never borrowed money before and I don't know how that works. So, yeah, anyway. And the repayment deadline was December 3rd, the day of the incident in question. Yeah, he was one lucky kid. He got that $500,000 just in time. So I ain't have no reason to kill the kid. And if I ain't got no motive, you ain't got no case. His motive? He has to have one, but what is it? The ties to the victim. Alright. Yeah, I loaned El cash about $100,000. That day, he was due to have a little chat. The kid had hit his payback date, see? Yeah, okay, so he tells me he's got no way to pay up. I'm about to flatten the guy, but when he starts screaming. Yes, I won $500,000, so he got lucky, you know, real lucky. If that waitress hadn't done what she done, everything would have been over. Well, she was working for you, so how about we ask you what that's all about? The waitress. You mean the girl with the glasses in the defendant's chair. Who else could I mean? If she hadn't gotten in the way, things would have been bada bing, bada boom, and over and done with. Maybe I should push a little on this. Ask her how things would have been. What do you mean things would have been over and done with? Are you all there or what? I'm talking about the cash. I was there to get my $100,000 back. That's all. I'm a businessman. It was all coming together before that waitress got in the way. As far as I can tell from the witness's testimony, other than the recouping his loan, Mr. Tiger had no victim to killing the motive. I mean, had no... Did I seriously just reverse that without realizing it? He had no motive to kill the victim. Okay. Witness, you will amend your testimony to reflect what you just said. The Tiger's motive, huh? Alright, I was after the $100,000. I didn't have any other reason. I didn't have no real reason to kill the guy. Let's see. Are you saying you had no other motives that day? Yeah, so what? Then why didn't you take the lottery ticket when you left? What do you think? Because of Four Eyes over there. Because of Maggie? How about you go ask Four Eyes about that $500,000 ticket? She wanted it so bad, she poisoned Elg's coffee. A likely theory. Your word hasn't held water lately, Mr. Tiger.
Objection.
Let's not forget this witness was actually at the scene, Wright. Well, I don't exactly agree with some of the deals I sent down. I couldn't be there when the cops showed up, so I split. I see. Your Honor! Oh, wrong one. Epic coffee drink. The witness's last few statements are worth a good 2 cups of coffee. Smack. Well, Mr. Wright, are you happy with the testimony, or would you like it amended? We'll leave it, I guess. Better leave it at that and try to figure something out. Thank you, Your Honor, but there is no need to amend the testimony. Very well. Continue with your cross-examination. Alright, So the Tiger was meeting Glenn Elg to get his money back. If Mr. Elg had just given him the lottery ticket, that would have been the end of it. Yeah, so what's the Tiger's motive? This is the big one. If I don't manage to undermine this testimony, it's all over for us. Why would he have to poison Mr. Elk? And why did he loan him the money in the first place when he knew he couldn't repay him? Yeah, I loaned Elk cash on 100,000. No, let's see. It's gonna be at the motive, obviously. Okay, I was at 100,000. I didn't have no reason to kill the guy. Let's see. Where is it? Here it is. Potentially worth millions of dollars.
Objection!
Epic finger point. So you just intended to get back the $100,000 Mr. Elk owed you, correct? I loaned the guy the cash, so that's my right. Unfortunately for Mr. Elk, I don't believe the $100,000 is what you were after.
Objection!
What are you getting at, Wright? What else would a moneylender be after other than money? Oh, the moneylender was after money, but money in a totally different league. The kind of money that a single disc like this would fetch. What is that? A computer virus, Your Honor. A virus called MC Bomber. A computer virus? What does one of those do? Oh, really? Computer virus is a program that wreaks havoc on the insides of a computer. A computer? What does one of those do? I guess the beard isn't the only part of His Majesty that comes from Stone Age. That's pretty funny. I'll explain it to you later, Your Honor. Right now, this is the important point. A virus like MC Bomber would be worth several $1 million on the black market. Several $1 million? Lending money with no hope of ever seeing repayment would normally be bad for business. But in this case, the very fact that Glenn Elk had no way to repay the money is crucial. What? Glenn Elk was a programmer, a highly skilled programmer. That skill was the collateral Mr. Elk put up in order to borrow the money.
Objection!
You're trying to suggest the witness's motive was to get a hold of that program? Exactly. Epic coffee drink. The witness may have poor fashion sense, but he is by no means an idiot, right? A man like him could get his hands on $1 million without resorting to murder. Of course he could, provided that he had time. But what if he had needed the money right then? When the pressure's on, the luxury of choice tends to disappear. It seems you have a logical conclusion for this theory, Mr. Wright. Would you care to share it with us? Why did Mr. Tiger need money to the tune of $1 million? He needed it because, where are they? I don't know where they are. Here they are. Viola's medical papers. $1 million. Oh, payment was due a year ago. Oh, boy. In December of last year, you found yourself in a need of a huge amount of money. About 6 months ago, you were involved in a traffic accident, weren't you? An accident involving a car and a scooter in which a young woman was injured. She was taken to the hospital where she underwent surgery. Where'd you get all this info? These medical papers document the treatment of the young woman in question. According to these, her operation cost $1 million. Payment for these expenses was due in December of last year and was paid in full. $1 million? A preposterous sum! Someone should sue these HMOs! No one would pay a bill like that. If the medical association got wind of it, the hospital would end up as dead as a morgue. But Mr. Tiger had no choice but to pay, because his very life depended on it. Grarg! Yeah, whatever. I like how he just roars for no reason. Oh, order, order, order! You say his life depended on it, Mr. Wright? Indeed it did, simply because the injured woman was none other than Viola Cadaverini. Did you say Cadaverini? Bruto Cadaverini, mob boss in charge of all underworld activities in the city, and doting grandfather to his precious Violetta, also known as Viola Cadaverini. Your life was in danger unless you paid compensation to the boss, correct? It makes sense. You were desperate to acquire the $1 million Cadaverini demanded of you. So desperate, in fact, that you decided to sacrifice Glenn Elk's life to pay your debt. Smack, smack, smack! Phoenix, he just told you to shut up. I don't think... okay, whatever. On the day of the murder, Mr. Tiger's sole intention was to get his hands on this CD. Glen Elk had no way of paying back the $100,000, and Mr. Tiger knew it. But then a miracle happened. The kind that Mr. Tiger would prefer to say never happened, but he can't. Neither can I. The lottery win. Exactly. At the 11th hour, Mr. Elk won $500,000 on the lottery, which left Mr. Tiger with no way of getting his hands on the all-important CD. At least, no legitimate way. So he resorted to illegitimate means. That's crazy. That's crazy! He murdered Glen Elk, and then he made his next move, to frame Maggie Bird for the crime. Mr. Tiger posed as Glen Elk, while Viola Cadaverini played the role of Miss Bird. And then they reenacted the whole thing in order to establish a witness. The witness being the one we all heard testify yesterday, Mr. Victor Coudeau.
Objection.
Like I said, Trite, that's crazy. No one could pull off a stunt like that. For starters, there's no way the chef could have been kept out of it. But Mr. Armstrong knew all about it. Have you forgotten already, Mr. Godot? Mr. Armstrong owed the witness money too, $500,000 in fact. He had no choice but to go along with Mr. Tiger's plan. Order! Order! Silence, or I will clear the court. You's put on a good show, Spiky. ... exclamation point. If yous want to stay alive in the loan shark business, you gotta be careful. You saying I dressed up like that kid, create a witness, and frame someone? If I did something crazy like that, I'd leave a trail as bright as my shirt. I ain't dumb enough to do something sloppy like that. I agree. Oh, I thought he was going to say, yes, you are. I agree. What? Despite your appearance, you are very careful. That's why you took one more precaution. One more trick to make sure Mr. Bird had no way out. What? Another one, Mr. Wright? Epic coffee drink. Interesting. Why don't you fill us all in, Trite? Jeez, that's a lot of health. What was this trick you say... covered by text. Covered by the thing. What was this trick you say Mr. Tiger performed to frame the accused? A trick? Oh. Huh. Yeah. Probably that. Yeah. Probably this.
Take that!
Come on. Thank you. What on earth is that? What an insult to think anyone could be fooled by such a childish imitation. Consider yourself insulted, Your Honor. Mr. Tiger, you didn't just pose as the victim on the day in question. A month ago, in this very court, you posed as me. What? That's the truth. But the witness looks nothing like you, Mr. Wright. Although, now that I think about it, it was you, wasn't it? ... exclamation point. No doubt it was you, standing in here, this very court, a mere month ago. The Phoenix Wright who put up the most disreputable, shabby defense I had ever seen. Grrr! Grrr! Yay, the good music. Objection. Can you prove that, Gramps? Prove that the attorney who represented the accused here a month ago was this man. Are you prepared to take that stand and testify that it was him? Gulp? Hey. Hey. Forget about it, yeah? What? I wouldn't do something like that. Not me. You made a mistake, right? It was someone else, huh? Are you kidding me? Have you no pride, sir? Okay, that's pretty funny sounding. Up a coffee drink. This isn't a matter of pride. In case you didn't know, Trite, here in court we deal with people's lives. Nerg! Mr. Kodo was right. Your Honor, speaking for myself, I am absolutely convinced. The attorney in question was the witness. Oh, okay, good. The witness in question. The attorney in question was the witness standing before me now. However, I preside over this court as the judge, with the vested power to hand down a verdict. Someone in my position cannot be swayed by a memory without evidence to support it. No! If the defense has no further evidence, the court will now excuse the witness. The circumstances surrounding Mr. Tiger are dubious for sure, but not conclusive. But we've come so far! You say he impersonated Glenn Elb. You say he impersonated you. But none of that adds up to a murder charge. You don't have a shred of evidence that the witness poisoned the victim's coffee. Narg! That sucks. Narg! Huh. Phoenix, Wright. Dun dun. I mean, wait, what the? Dot dot dot! Exclamation point. Sucks to be you, Wright. Don't mess with the tiger, or you're gonna get mauled. You's got that. All we managed to do here was chase him around a bit. But I was so close to getting him to admit his own guilt. Huh. Epic coffee drink. Looks like I won't be needing a refill. If I just had one more piece of evidence. One more piece of evidence and maybe I could get Maggie off the hook. This witness's cross-examination is over. You are free to go, Mr. Tiger. Hold it! Yay, 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 yay. Your Honor, sir. Wait! Yay. Detective. I thought he was gonna say Gumshoe. Detective Gumshoe! Oh, there we go. Sorry I took so long, pal. I staked everything on this. My badge, the works. So here it is. My heart's counting on this too. What is it, Detective? Isn't it obvious, pal? It's the final decisive piece of evidence. What? Do you have to do that every single time we get a new piece of evidence?